I've got a cascade going here of photos on my computer. There have been some gentlemen ask me, what is it that causes aging? Well, any microbe you look at has a method of which, when it comes into mankind, it causes the building of an infection that we develop at birth. We start developing it at birth. There is a form of existence inside of these beings that can only be termed truly as a dirty negative energy, that as science has learned, they can go dormant and then they can come back to life because there's a negative energy inside of them, but that thing is in us and comes through in the water, the food, the air we breathe, and I would say 99.9% of every microbe on earth, when it enters mankind, it brings a form of it, which is what I call aging and death, such as the adenovirus here. The adenovirus, some try to sing its praises in certain areas, and then they know it causes some diseases, but there are those that try to call it a symbiosis, that the adenovirus comes into mankind and doesn't do us any real harm. That is not the truth. It is part of the combined infection that is aging and premature death in mankind, the Sensonic plague. The Sensonic plague of mankind, due to the gamma aminobutyric acids made by so many of these microbes. They are neurotoxins and other toxins, other peptides and proteins that they make after they enter the human body that joins hands with the other toxins and combined ages us. In a combined attack, ages us. So, when I am asked which microbe destroys us with aging and premature death, there are those that don't do it as greatly, but as you see on the screen there, Deuteromycota is a massive attack upon mankind. We breathe it in. We drink it in. It's in our foods we eat. It's on the surfaces we touch. It's no longer it has been removed from its own classification now. In 2013, I believe it was, they decided to no longer classify Deuteromycota in its own classification. They now just consider it as the beginning stages of other fungus and other molds and such as this. Deuteromycota is found in every environment on earth. And one of those environments that it's found in, it's in every environment that science has studied. And one of those is the somatic cell of mankind. The body cell of mankind is infected with the disease called aging and death. And every white blood cell and every stem cell, everything upon earth is infected with the infection called aging and premature death. But we have the ability to live eons. We have the ability to live centuries instead of decades. Through the combined history of mankind, our genome, the genome of mankind, a combined genome is how mankind's data and history has to be looked upon. The history of the genome of mankind, the existence of mankind upon earth, and in our genome, in the data of our genome, the RNA, the DNA data, the writings of mankind, we have had the once unknown causes and the cure hidden in the data of mankind. Through word data research, just studying the past data of mankind thousands of years ago, and now this day, in this generation, I have found the once unknown causes and the now cure, the methodology for the cure. The cure will take some doing to get started as far as changing our diet, changing our attitude and the way we live, and also the elixir of life, the Adam and Eve gerivify, the panacea, will, taking over a few months period, will begin to destroy the death that has taken up existence in our body. It has become part of us. When I tell you at a later date, I am looking for investors, I am looking for donors, I am looking for major investors. The first $3 million to the Adam and Eve Word Research Fledgling Institute, the first $3 million donor becomes a 50% partner in what is going to become not just a lucrative adventure, but is also going to be the healing of their body. The methodology and the elixir, could be a serum elixir. I am looking into a serum, but I know the elixir. And it will be the cure for mankind's disease that we have. I call the Sensonic plague because of the amino acids, the strange gamma acids made by the microbes in our body that attack our body and even change the atomic charge of our body. Mankind has a charge in his body, and these microbes, these beasts, these murderers, these killers I call them, this gang of murderers that attack us, the human body, they make acids and they do things in the human body that lower our strength level, lower our potential to gather strength and to store strength. That is part of aging, and they begin to decompose us. Aging is actually decomposing while we live and breathe and walk around and function. There it is. Mycobacteria, one of the forms of mycobacteria, one of the many forms, it is one of the major players in the death of mankind. There is Wolbachia, a major player. It's in a fruit fly in that particular photo there. But it's Wolbachia. E. coli. E. coli is a major murderer of life, especially mankind. They develop things in our body that enter our cells that destroy us. I have the elixir, the only methodology that will end this attack upon mankind. My name is Rodney Berry. I've answered some questions here. There is Vibrio fischeri and Vibrio harvey and the many Vibrios in the classification and the different phylums of Vibrio. They are a major attack upon mankind. The combined attack of all these different classifications of microbes attacking mankind, and there is a method to where the gram-negative and the gram-positive attack mankind that is so sinister and literally enters us and does horrible things, affects the very chromosomes of the body, the very genes. My name is Rodney Berry. I look for major investors, major donors, and I have again answered the question of how death attacks it. There is Deuteromycota on the screen there. That's from a sewer. That comes from the body of human beings. Deuteromycota. There is yeast, a sinister, perverted-looking microbe that is a major destroyer of life, especially mankind. My name is Rodney Berry. I could continue on this, but I promised this would be a short film to my wife, so I may not take her out of this building. So, look upon this video and understand that I have found the many unknown causes of death and the cure. I need investors and donors. Much respect. Rodney Berry.